Hello, everyone, and welcome to another stream. Hello, everyone. All right. So, if you don't know, I'm working on my course that is on React Essentials. So, I'm just going to improve some tooling while I'm live streaming, and I can also chat, have a discussion with you, answer any questions. But essentially, I just want to improve some tooling that I want to get working within the app. So right now, I'm using my own custom tool for creating the slides. For example, handlers and React, and I can show you some of the slides that I have. But I want to improve this tooling so I can have right now for every single slide I have to create another HTML, and I don't want to do that. I want to have one single HTML inside content. Even not having that, to be honest, and having a simple HTML file that can look into that can that can essentially open a particular slide. So what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking maybe I should create just one slide or slides slash HTML. Maybe we can do that, slides.html. I'm gonna replicate what I have right here. No, maybe what I have here. Oopsie. Maybe zoom in a bit. Let me know if the code is too small for you. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Mohammad Faizan Raza Mehman. Kya haal hai Faizan? How's it going? So I think we can go with this, or yahan pe we can paste this. Let's quickly add. I think the title is going to be also sent dynamically. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this and practical, or I can say practical React Essentials title. Is JS tutorial included in your React JS course? Yes, of course. When you're learning React, you are also learning JavaScript side by side. When you're learning React, you're not learning in depth the core concepts of React, but the core concept of JavaScript, but you still learn JavaScript along the way. For example, you learn about arrays, you learn about the map function, or when you're working with JSX, you learn about if else conditions. So there's a lot of things that you're going to learn within this course. But if if you talk about like in-depth JavaScript course included in this one, no, of course not, because in this one we are focusing more on React, but you still learn a lot of JavaScript when you're working with React, because React is of course JavaScript. Zian Khan, walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Zian, how's it going? How are you doing, Zian? Zishan Elias says, Assalamu alaikum Ahsan bhaiya, good morning, best wishes for you, and you need to must create React animation series for growing your channel. I'll see. I'm not really sure, but maybe one day. But thank you so much for the suggestion. Okay, so this one, I think this is something that I need to create dynamically. So what I'll do is I'll create a JavaScript file called slide.js, and I think I can include that, or I can just code right here. To be honest, I'm gonna probably just create a script right here, and we can probably take it from there then. So what I'm gonna do here is we'll have to look into the URL. So what I plan to do is, instead of opening, for example, this opens a new HTML like conditional rendering.html, this opens event handlers in react.html. Instead of this, I would just open slides.html, and I will pass a query parameter that will tell which slide to basically load. So that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to slides.html, and I'm going to pass something like md equals, or yahan pe we can pass something like conditional dash rendering dot md, something like this. So this is what I want to do, right? And yeah, and this is what I want to do. So I'm going to save this file for now, And let's see if I can refresh. No, I probably have to restart my server because that file might not be picked up. Let's see. Hmm. What are you working on these days? Zayan, Zishan, and Faizan. What kind of projects are you working on? Okay, there we go. So we have opened it. Now if I refresh, I should get my slides.html. Hopefully. Says wait until this is finished rendering. Okay, we can wait. Is there a breakpoint anywhere? No. Okay, so there we go. Now it's running dynamic and conditional rendering. So what I want to do is I'm going to take the URL and we are going to take URL search params. And I think we can take location.href that we need to pass in here, I am assuming. Yeah. Or I'll just Google it. So extracting query parameters JavaScript. And I have absolutely no shame in Googling at all. So if you're using jQuery, no, I'm not using jQuery at all. Window.location.search. So I was almost close, almost close. So this is not location.href, this is search. Location.search, and then I can get, let's call this params, and let's call the target markdown equals params dot get, and we want to get the MD parameter. Once we have that, we need to create essentially this this section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a template. Now this is something that a lot of people don't really know, that you can actually create a template in your HTML that will not be rendered. So if I put anything in the template, this does not get rendered at all. So I'm going to put the section here and you'll see that there's going to be nothing rendered in that case. Hassan Ahmad, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you doing, Hassan? Kya haal hai? So if I go to the slides page, now you see there's nothing rendered at all. If I inspect it, you will see that we get, if I refresh, you see there's no slide that is currently being rendered. However, there's a chance that our things may not work, and that is a bit concerning. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll probably figure out a way to do it. But now that I have a template, I can give this an ID and I can say slides template. And then what I can do is I can actually replace all of these things. So I just need to replace the data markdown attribute. So here I can say const template equals document dot query selector. We are going to get this by ID. Slides template. We're going to say template clone equals template dot clone node. We'll say true. And I can't remember, but I think I will have to use yeah, I'll probably have to search it, but I don't exactly remember what. Maybe it was called content or something. But let's see. So if I do content equals template clone dot content, no, I think it's called query selector, and then I have to find a section. Let's go till here and then we'll console log the content. So one step at a time. Mubashir Waraj says, why don't you use Next.js? It's a very simple thing that I need to do. I don't need a whole Next.js application for this. So it's like if you want to go to a 5 minutes away shop, you don't need to take your private jet for it. You can just walk there. So I don't really need to use Next.js for my little applications that I'm working with now. Also, the reveal tool that I'm right now using for the slides, which allows me to render the slides like this and also code these slides myself. It's not directly compatible with Next.js, or not, or even not suitable with Next.js, if you understand what I mean. So yeah, I hope you understand the concept. Okay, so let's see, something is wrong. So if I go here, we're gonna get the template. Oh, the template is null. Why? We have slides template as the ID. Uh, okay. Oh, it's because the script is running before the template. Ooh, I actually need to define the template before the script. That's why. Otherwise, I would have to put defer in the script. So if I try now, I should probably get the template. There we go. We got the template now. Now we can do a clone node. We got the clone of the template. And now we can query selector section in there. And we did not get it. I think we have this inside content or something. Look at this. So content, I was right. So this is content, and then I can get the first element child even, and that would get it. So here I can say content section dot content, and then I can say const section equals content dot first element child, and this is pure JavaScript. There's no React in this one. There's no jQuery, nothing. This is pure JavaScript. So we should, oops. Okay, I missed one thing. So the content should be actually this. Refresh. And I even don't have to refresh because this should run by default. So if I go to this line, we have the content, as you can see, document fragment. Now I can get for first element child section. There we go. Now we got the section, and now we just need to replicate this data markdown. So what I can do here is I can now say section dot set attribute. I don't know why it doesn't. Oh, I mean, I know probably why it does not provide me IntelliSense. So here it should be type text slash JavaScript. And now I can, if I try to do now set, no, it doesn't give me any sort of IntelliSense. So data dash markdown will be set to what exactly? We'll take the params target markdown, and if I mouse over it here, the target markdown value should be here already. Yeah, conditional rendering down MD. So what I'm gonna do is I can use here slides. I'm replicating what we have right here. So slides, no, slides dash markdown slash, and here we can say target markdown, and that's pretty much it. Once we have this, we just need to append this inside the slides element. So here we can say const slides container equals document dot query selector, and here we can just say dot slides is where we want to embed it. And then what we can do is inside that we can append this section. So we can say slides container dot append child, and here we can say section. And once we do this, then we can run reveal, and I think it should automatically run the slides on it. So if I go here, console of content, we got section, we've set the sections attribute, then we get the slides container, that's the slides container, and then we just append the section, and then if I hit play, oh, look at that. Now we have the dynamic conditional rendering in React, which means if I just change the parameter right here to something else, for example, let's pick the other one that was React fundamentals. So if I just change this here, fundamentals, look at that. Yay, let's go. Can I have this one? Okay, I'm gonna stop it. Zishan says React Bootstrap versus MUI. What is good CSS framework with React.js? I think Bootstrap is pretty decent. Even Tailwind CSS is really nice. What I like these days is this one. It's called Daisy UI. I think it's one of the most clean UI frameworks that I've seen with Tailwind CSS. So it has a lot of cool components, accordion, alert, artboard, you name it. And another one that is really good with React is shared CDN. This is really really nice. I really like this one as well. I have not gotten a chance to actually implement this yet, but still, this is something really nice. I'm gonna share this in the chat. So shared CDN and the other one is Daisy UI. I really like both of them. So I'm sharing this in the chat as well. Okay, but we've got the conditional rendering. We have MD slide, but one of the things that you will notice is the title is still the same. So what I also want to do is to extract out the title from the content. And how can we do that? That's a really good question. Once we have done that, I think we should also probably update the title, to be honest. How can we do that? I'm thinking now. If I look at there's a script that I've written, XX slide data. So this reads the file name, this file's in directory, and then read file sync, and then it tries to extract the first title. What if I don't have that title? Then it essentially should exist. Hmm. I'm thinking. So list files in directory, we do that. Extract title, extract slides data. Talks path. I'm thinking if I should. I'm really excited about today's React streaming. Please continue to some more days if possible. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right now I'm working on the course. So if you're interested in the course itself, I think you should get a copy. And if you want, I can also share a discounted discount code as well. But the course is in process, so I'm currently working on it, and I'm trying to yeah I'm trying to release the course as quickly as possible. I'm thinking, should I no wait a second. Okay, let's good. Okay, I'm gonna copy this and give me 1 second. I need to try something. uh to look into. Okay, so we got the React fundamentals here. Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm also gonna see if I can. So what I want to do is, right now my extraction files, these ones, or extraction slide, this goes into the content folder, and then it tries to get. I'm thinking. Because it looks into the HTML files, I want to change this to use some sort of or markdown files. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this, and let's see if I can go to GG VG delete and see if this one still works. So if I go here npm run dev, but the problem here is we have the path. I want to change the path to slides markdown. So if I go to the talks path, which comes from here, which comes from here, so this should be rather slides markdown. I'm going to change probably that to content, but let's see. Or maybe let's do it like this. I'm going to copy these from here, paste this in the content, or just the condition. Okay, I have all of these three pasted. Right now, if I try to run my server again, let's see what happens. And if I go to my app now, not that one, this one, and if I try to go to my home page, okay, so I get some data. I get the React fundamentals, but then I get these ones: conditional rendering and event handlers in react.md. So I get the files correctly, but I don't get the title. Why don't I get the title correctly? Let's see the JSON that was created. So if I look at the JSON file, which was created probably just here, and if I pretty print it now, format document, so I've got in conditional rendering and the title is empty. That here the title is empty, and the React fundamentals we got the title. Is it because the title is I think because that okay, so here we are not really using the most prominent title. Here we are using 2, and here we are using 1. That's why. So in our code, then I can change that. So in slides JSON, where we are checking if it could be uh I think it could be either 1 or 2. So here it could be 1 or 2, and then if I run this, I think this should start picking the right markdown files. Let's see. Now I should have the titles. Previously I did not have the titles. Now I should have the titles. There we go. Now we can see the titles being picked up, but this is now not the right links. So what I will do is, in the index.html, the JavaScript that I'm using there, I need to modify it. So here we were using I think external file main.js. Yeah. And this one, we are getting the slides JSON, we are starting it, and I think here's the link that we create href here. So here we need to do something like slides.html question mark, and here we can say md equals and then the file, and I think that's pretty much it. Now if I see, now once this refreshes, we should be able to see the right links. Let's see if I refresh this. If I go to my home page, close this, refresh, there we go. Now you see, if no, you don't really see the link, but if I click this into a new tab, hey, let's go, slides.html question mark and then the right link. If I click this one, handling events in React, now this is being used in by just one single file instead of 3 files. So then all I need to do is I can remove these 3 redundant files that I don't need anymore, and I can just work with one single file. So one slides HTML to rule them all. There we go. And now if I refresh, you can see, oops, now this is not good. Let's see. I think this broke because of the Webpack plugin. Naveed Wasim has tagged Anas Jangir. Okay. Hello Anas, if you end up making it here. So if I refresh this, click, works, click, works, click, works. All of these work just fine. Now what I'll also do is I can, because one of the problems is if I open this, you can see the title is Practical React Essentials title. If I try to save this file as PDF, not this one, let's say if I go to slides.html, and here we can also say and print PDF. So if I do this, when I save the file, the name it gets is Practical React Essentials title. If you see this is not right. I want to have the name dynamic conditional rendering in React as well. So what I will do here is I will go to I will go to my index.html and in main.js, and when I'm constructing the link, I will also add the title as well. So here I'll say title, because I will pass this title to the slides.html, and then that will update the title in itself. So I can pass the title just like this, and here I can say title. So I'll get the title just like this. Now if I refresh this and click this, you can see automatically the title is here as well, right? Now what I can do is I can extract that title and put that into the tabs title just like this. So I can go to my slides.html, and here we are also going to get the title. So right now I'm getting params md. So here I can also say target title equals params.get title, and now we have the title. And now what we can do is we can also say document.title equals title, and that should do it. Let's see. So this one says Practical Essentials title. If I refresh now, no, it doesn't change it. It also gives some error. Ooh, okay. So the target title is the name. Target title. My bad. Target title. And null. No, that's not what I wanted. So this was. Let's try this once again now. Let's debug what's wrong. So if I go here, what was the title that it could get from the URL? Ah, look at this. So this is a question mark MD equals and then a question mark title. That cannot work. So that means the link that we generated from the main.js is wrong. Yeah, here it should be ampersand, not question mark. So now if I refresh, go to handling events, now we have got an ampersand, and there you see it, handling events in React. Awesome. Super automated. So if I look at here now and refresh, you can see the target title is handling events in React. The document's title right now is Practical React Essentials. I don't know if you can see it or if I should bring it here. So the documents.title right now is Practical React Essentials. And if I change this, it's handling events in React. I can also change this slides to practice session. Here, I can remove this. There we go. Practical React Essentials. Target title changes that in the top, which means if I try to now, but that's also a question of if I try to go here and say ampersand print dash PDF. Okay, so the title is set. If I press Command P and try to save it as PDF, does it take the new title? Hey, handling events in React. Awesome. So this is what we wanted. Okay, enough. So yeah, that's done. So now this is pretty nice. The only problem that I have now is this is this is working on my repository, and I want to make it work on the template repository as well, but I'll probably work on that later. But I have a good way of now creating slides, which means if I just want to create more slides, I can just quickly do it now. So this is much better. So I got rid of 3 different files. I updated one file. So let's add this main.js, conditional rendering, event handlers in React fundamentals, deleted that file, move this one, slides.h. Oh, one thing I also want to check is slides markdown, if I'm using it anywhere at all. Okay, yeah, this is not being used. I'm gonna just remove that. And oh, this one should be actually content. I want to double check this. I'm gonna restart the server before I actually push it. So this should now get this from content folder. And let's see once this renders. So if I close this, go to localhost 8000, refresh this, I still see 3 of them. That's really good. If I click React Fundamentals, it gets it. Awesome. Good. If I double check this into elements, I should see that in the section, we have the data markdown parse, and we should have somewhere the path. Okay. I React. Good. Okay, good. So all these are working fine. Okay, I like it. And the title is being set as well. Dynamic also sets the title. Ooh, this is interesting. Dynamic and conditional rendering in React only gets dynamic here. What? Why? Is it in the JSON as well? Just like this? If I look into the data slides.json. No, the title is here. I think that's because of escaping characters. I think that it can't really escape those characters. Ah, okay. I think we also need to decode the URI in this case. So if I look into here, I think the title has to be inside decode URI component and title, I think. Let's see if this fixes it. Refresh. No, it does not. Okay, let's see the source then. So if I go here, and then try to take something like this. So the title here is dynamic. Ooh, why? We have params. If I do params dot get all, what do I get? Params dot get all JavaScript. What am I missing here? Get all method. Ah, okay. It does not mean the one that I had in mind. Okay, so if I look at the params, I still should be able to see. If I just do params.title, it just gets the dynamic. Is it because of... Oh, I think the problem... Okay, I think I understand the problem. I think the problem is on the index.html side, where we are actually setting it. So here, where we are setting the href. Okay, this has nothing to do with that. But this one is actually should be in code URI component title, because we're not really encoding that. That's the problem. So if I refresh this guy now, and even I need to close this guy, refresh this, I think now this should work. So if I click this, there we go, dynamic and conditional rendering. So we were not really encoding it while passing it. I think that should also probably be the same for the for the conditional rendering. Zian Khan says, sir, study for React and Next.js and recommended book. Zian, have you looked into the React course जो अभी मैं बना रहा हूँ, या have you not looked into it at all? Yeah, do you prefer books over video courses? So what is your preference in this case? I think I'll also encode URL link as well. And when we are encoding this, we should also be decoding this on the other side. So I'll refresh this. And on the other end, I should be okay. Thank you. मैंने तो आपसे एक सवाल पूछा है. Have you looked into my course yet? अगर नहीं तो I can share the link with you. You can look into the course right here. You will learn. I can maybe show you. तो ये वो कोर्स है जिस पे अभी मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, and I've uploaded a few lectures. कुछ इसमें से there are some lectures which are completely free इस कोर्स के अंदर जिसका नाम है to look into. और as you can see कि ये उर्दू के अंदर है. Practical React Essentials. और चाहे आप एक beginner हो जो कि अभी अपने core concept. In any case, I'll share the link with you. So if you're interested, you can get a copy of this. Or agar if you're interested in getting some discounts, so you can also ask me for the discount and I can share that as well. So I have a discount code of 40% off on the course. Okay, so just to double check, so if I click this dynamic conditional rendering, it works. If I click handling events in React fundamentals, all of this works. I also want to check one more thing, and that is if I go to my code, I can go to the slides HTML, and here I should be using both for title and markdown. I should be doing something like decode URI component, and here we have params.get. Oops. Got this guy. We can do this, we can do this, and we can do this. And we can do the same thing actually for the next one. But in this one, we can do target title. And here we can do title. And I think this should still work the same. So if I go here, and let's see if I refresh this and go to React fundamentals. Okay, so this should still work. MD is this, title is that, handling events in React, dynamic and conditional rendering in React. Okay, so everything seems to be working fine. I think this should be fine. Conclusion. So now all I need to do, if I want to just create a new, because previously whenever I had to create a new lecture, I would have to create two different files. Now I can just create one different file and then it should work. And the one I was about to create was component lifecycle react.md, and here I can start with component life cycle in React. So here then I can start with React view component life cycle events, including component mounted, component unmounted, component updated. So if I go and refresh this, I will have to restart my server just because I've changed a file and I don't really keep watch of the files that I'm creating. So I'm gonna let this render. And now you can see automatically I got the new file. So I did not have to create any HTML file, just created a markdown file and it works. So if I click this, There you go, component lifecycle in React. You can also see the title on the top as well. And if I want to print this out, I can also see the name in there. So here, component mounted, unmounted, component updated, and we can also start with some comments here. So this is sort of fragmented. So if I do element class equals fragment, this will make this animate in real time. So if I do this, and I can do this, and we can do P, and we can do P, and now if I refresh this, 1, 2, 3. Okay, awesome. I think this is good. I think we have really good progress. Do you have any questions, chat? Are you confused? Are you happy? Do you understand what's going on? Because I have to now move all of these changes, the changes in the main.js, the changes in slides HTML, slides JSON, not slides JSON to be honest, not slides JSON, but the functions that we have added or changed the extract slide data. These functions I would have to add to the main template as well. But I'll configure it to say that it does that. So if I do git add dot git commit feed slides, use markdown or remove HTML, or make it work only with markdown files. So updated the extract slides script to pick markdown files instead of HTML, created a slides.html file to render all markdown files, made it possible, I'm gonna bring this a bit up, to retain the title in slides.html. And I think this is going to be the log that I will definitely look into, and I'll try to merge this into the actual template as well, so that also can use the same thing. SCU James says, any recommendations for very lightweight framework, not ORMs, to use Node.js to communicate with MySQL database? Very light framework? No, I don't think so. I think my preference usually is Prisma. So it depends on how or what problems you have faced and what you're trying to avoid, to be honest. Because ideally, if you're using a framework, it should only be using the JavaScript within the framework that is being actually used in your code. So if you're using a framework or a tool that is including a lot of JavaScript, which is making it not lightweight, then you should look into other tools. But ideally, if you're using a tool like Prisma, I think you only get the JavaScript included in your final bundles, which is essential. So I'm assuming it would do tree shaking. Also, on the backend side, I don't think size matters as much as performance. So you could be loading a bunch of JavaScript in your app, but I don't really think it don't really matter if the size of your app becomes bigger. I think, coming from a Java background, yeah, coming from a JavaScript background, I really like ORMs because I don't really want to go in the complexity of writing my own SQL, and I think that's what you're trying to avoid as well. You might be able to find small frameworks, but I'm unfortunately not familiar with any. I've either used raw queries or I've used ORMs like, Prisma. Or there was also one more. I think it was uh, what was it called? Loopback, if I remember correctly. But that's also a JavaScript framework that included the queries as well. But yeah, then I'm not the best person to speak on this then. Okay, how about we check this if this was deployed to GitHub? So if I go to github.com, CodewithAhsan, repositories, I think this would also have been deployed, and I think it should also work automatically. Uh, it should be deployed also. Yeah, this was successful. Awesome. So is it working here? Yay, let's go. Component lifecycle in React. There we go. This is also deployed on GitHub pages and it works flawlessly. Awesome. Cool. And I can also use print here as well, I am assuming. So if I do print, not question mark, but ampersand, and if I do print PDF, oh, look at that. And if I save it as a PDF, it should also get the title as well. Ah, component lifecycle in React. There we go. Awesome. I'm really happy with the solution. Should I do this right now on the template side as well? Maybe I should do it right now, or no, maybe I should probably focus on recording the lecture actually. So I'm probably gonna focus on recording the lecture, and then I can migrate it. But if you see me streaming next time, please ask me if I've migrated this to the template. And what I mean by that is that I have this template in my owner account, so to say. That is, oh, how was this updated 10 hours ago? Who updated this? I think there was a pull request created. Maybe that's why. Aha, okay. Someone is using this project. It's like when you instantly get a call from someone and you have not gotten a call from anyone in months. You're like, who? People actually call me, and this is like the same. So someone is using this package. Interesting. Anyways, what I was showing was that in my repositories I have this reveal multi-slides template that I have created as a template for anyone to copy from. And I've copied this to create this one, Practical React Essentials. And now I've coded some tooling in here that I want to move to the actual template, so people who are copying this can also use this. How about I try to create a pull request first and see? But this is generated and it's a template, so it's not gonna allow me to create a pull request against that. How many commits have I done? 3. Commit, add event handler and slides. So that, I think that only included creating. I did update contributing. Oh, I just updated the names as far as I remember. Nothing too fancy, just added a bunch of slides. I changed the base href. Yeah, I don't think I did much there. This one I did change. So if I look at the commit that I just did, I think this is nice enough to go into the code. So what I'll do is, let's open this this code. So if I go here, do I have, oh, we do have code reveal multi-slide boilerplate, and I can just copy paste and replace the files that we have. So the template one also gets it. So what I'll do is, let's first have a look at the files change. So in the content, I've changed multiple things. I can copy the slide. Let's get the raw one out there. And ooh, this looks weird. So slides.html. Let's gonna go in content, and here I'm gonna create slides.html. Oops, whoopsie doopsie. This is the, and here I can just put something like reveal multi slides boiler, or just put it there. Then I can also look into the other files that I changed. So slides is one of those. Slides.json, don't really care about that one. This one is the important one. But I need to open this file. If I go to view file and I open raw, copy this, I can go to my script, extract ID, and delete that, paste this guy right in, and I think it was looking into the content folder. Yeah, it is. So I need to just move my slides markdown, this guy here. Okay, and then and this one has my slides in here, which I just moved here, so I can remove this guy from here. And then we have other slides.html that can be there, but I'm not really sure about this one. Here maybe I can call this static slides. Static slides. Here I can also say meta or no, is it content? And then description. Wait a second. HTML meta description. Why don't I know what does the tag look like? So name is description and content is exactly. So here we have name, description, and the content is this is an example of a static slides. HTML doesn't point to an external markdown file. Okay, cool. So if I go here and if I try to run this, let's first make sure that we have everything up to date. So git status, and I actually need to remove everything from slides markdown. I also will confirm that I'm not using anything in the slides markdown. I can remove this, launch. I think I can also, yeah, I can remove the launch JSON altogether, to be honest. And then we have webpack, watch file, sites markdown. Don't need to do that. So I can actually remove the launch JSON as well. Yeah, I think we're good here. So I'm gonna save this. Status npm run dev. I'm gonna double check if I'm not running the server here. Okay, let's see. So hopefully this works out. My camera just died, which means it has been almost 1 hour streaming. So I'm gonna remove this. There we go. And now we have my slides here. If I open this, ooh, this is not good. So I've not copied something correctly. Oh, the main.js. I've not copied the content from that one, which is inside JS, slides.js. No, that's not the one. Main.js, this is the one. So I need to copy this one. Ooh, copy. And then I need to go to this one. Delete this guy and then paste this. And now I can actually refresh this, click this, and there we go, my slides. Cool. I think I like it. So we have everything working. Awesome. So I can now add all of this. So main.js, webpack config, and I should also do the same on the slides markdown. Yeah, I should remove this guy and also this guy from here. And I should also get rid of the VS Code as well. I think it's good. Add this, add commit sure webpack, remove slides markdown folder, and push it. And on the other one as well. So here I can git commit feed feed markdown, rely on MD files in content folder only, removed the dependency on creating an HTML file for each markdown, removed slides markdown folder, updated extract slide data to parse markdown files, introduced slides.html that renders dynamically based on URL params, and I can push it now. There we go, and we should have it now in here as well. Awesome. So we got the new commit. And I think once this is done, we can also check that this is deployed, and then we can go to sleep. Awesome. Looks good. Let's see. How is this one going? Okay, so everything looks good. We got the build done, and this should be now deployed any second. There we go. And if we go to reveal slides template, there you go. This is deployed, and my slides is working with the slides.html. Nice. I can remove this, and remove this. Okay, good. Like it. Okay, then all I need to do now is, what happened to this guy? Because I stopped the server, and I also started a new application. So I can, okay, so our changes are there now, and I am really happy about this. And all the changes of this one are there as well. Now I just need to create the new slide of component lifecycle React. I'll probably just add a few more things in there, and then I'll record the lecture in Urdu for the course. But I don't think I'm gonna do it now. I think I'm gonna go to sleep actually. 22:53. I'm gonna pray Isha, and then I'll go to sleep. I have to wake up early in the morning. I'll be fasting tomorrow, so I need to go to sleep so I can wake up at 2:50. Then I need to make something to eat, and then sleep around 3:30. Well, we'll see how that goes. Well, thank you everyone who joined today. It was super fun. If you're interested in getting a copy of, if you understand Urdu and you want to learn React, you have a course, Urdu lectures, Afaf. You can look into this course. I'm not sure if you have seen this already, but I can maybe show you this one. For example, deploying to GitHub pages is a lecture in this course that I've created. सर्च करेंगे कंट्रोल पी दबा के veet.config.ts और इसके अंदर यहाँ पे हम अपना बेस सेट कर सकते हैं. तो मैं यहाँ पे wait a second, can I make this big? No. If I make it completely full screen, then it actually goes beyond. Uh, but in general, you should be able to see it here. So we look into this React अगर ये एक Urdu course in which we deploy the whole app on GitHub pages, and you can see this deployed on GitHub pages as well. I think I have this deployed, if I'm correct, as part of the process. I have, yeah. So this is the application that we are creating inside the course. Just a interesting one, with some console logs, but this will be improved as we go forward. So if you're interested in the course, you can go to this link and you can get a copy of the course. If I can give you the link, and this is in Urdu, so you can definitely go here, pay once, and then you have the access forever. But just so you know that I'm working on this course right now, so I have a few lectures which are uploaded already. For example, we are done till event handlers in React, but I've just worked on dynamic conditional rendering in React. This one was done yesterday, but I have to still edit the video and then publish it. And right now I'm working on the component lifecycle. So very soon we are going to be done with the React fundamentals, and then we are going to go into more advanced topic like React state management in React. So we are going to use all these things. What is Comcast, Ahsan? I have no clue. Where is Comcast written? Where have I written Comcast? I have no idea. What is Comcast? But these are you're learning from Celani. Okay. I think you can invest on this course as well. I don't think it's as I think Celani is free, but I know that the courses usually that people in Pakistan are offering are very, very, yeah, are not cheap, so to say. But this is like $5 or $6. It's not more than 2,000 Pakistani rupees as far as I know. We initially thought that we would, or me and my wife, we thought we would probably sell it for $10, which is about 3,500 in Pakistan, or 3,500 in Pakistan. But I went for 5. What is Comcast on Google, Ahsan? Do you want me to Google Comcast? Can't you Google it? Or even if I Google it, can I do it on the second screen? What is Comcast? It's like, it's a company. Xfinity Security, Comcast Corporation, telecommunications company. I don't know. Are you trying to get the search rankings high on Comcast by asking me to Google it, or what? what kind of stupid stuff is this? Anyways, so you've got the link to the course, and Afaf, if you're not, you're probably following me on Facebook, so look into the post as well. You might also find a discount link on one of the posts. Daniel, I have no idea, and I don't intend to look into it at all. I don't give a damn, to be honest. So thank you everyone who joined. As always, happy coding. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care.